Welcome back to Easy Spirit 101. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Let's go ahead and get into Divine Collective reading and see what you guys need to know at the time of this reading or whenever this reading is resonating. We're going to start with a download that came through very specifically, picking up, I forget where it was, somewhere in Canada. I want to say Ontario, but Canada, okay? Maybe Ontario, Canada, somewhere prominent in Canada, and something about access denied. Access denied. So let's see. Again, the reading may resonate with the download specifically, specific message. Doesn't have to be, but it might. So let's see what's going on. What does the Divine Collective need to know about this? There was a message coming through previously about a passport or something about passport activity. So I don't know if these two energies are related. And also something to do with family. Maybe someone went and visited some sort of family. Or someone's family went and visited or traveled to Canada. Interesting. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Someone here may have lost their independence. Or someone here wanted an Empress or wanted a Divine Feminine to lose their independence. Whoever you are, you weren't supposed to know what hit you. This was some sort of attack, was meant to come out of left field. And then God has waited for the perfect moment to redirect whatever this attack is. There's kind of like a, I see what you did here energy. I see what some sort of, yeah, whoever you are, whoever is in the Divine Collective, Divine Feminine, you're still getting in some sort of perfect timing. And the reason why perfect timing is so important in someone's specific situation is because of the whole storyline, even the things you didn't know were going on in the background. So it's kind of like someone's wish fulfillment is coming in, but it may have been delayed. And the reason behind it is because this wish, for instance, this wish may come down on someone at the exact time that someone gets some sort of backlash for trying to attack someone here or do that. Word keeps coming up quite a lot, so I don't know if this is literal. This could have even been just something to do with like verbally or paperwork, harsh communication. I keep picking up an energy of someone here who may have utilized some sort of connections. Oh, that's funny. Another thing is someone here is older too, because something about my Rolodex. Keep getting Rolodex. Someone keeps going back in. Well, I'm going to go find someone else in my Rolodex. Someone here is like old school energy of like, I've got this Rolodex. It's like my little, my secret little book of like gold. Someone here has like a Rolodex of gold. They see their Rolodex like gold. Confirmation on wanting to, someone here was trying to take someone's independence with death coming out here underneath of where Nine of Pentacles. Someone here thought that you didn't deserve something. Someone here said you didn't deserve something. King of Swords. So I just saw King of Swords in reverse. Again, there's something going on about utilizing some sort of connections within the legal system. Yeah, lots of Swords energy. I'm really getting like, I know a guy who knows a guy, and we'll see what we can do. And then this Temperance energy is very much like God sees everything you do. People think that God doesn't see everything you do, but God knows literally everyone's intention behind their actions. Confirmation, Seven of Swords. Someone here wanted you in defense. Someone here wanted Divine Feminine in defense mode. I also keep picking this up, like word is hitting the street. Word is hitting the street. Something that once went out this way is coming back towards a person little by little about things that were, you know, Seven of Swords energy is very much the card in the deck of like someone did something conniving, deceptive, a lie. It can even be lying to yourself or deceiving yourself in some way, but in this case, in this energy, context is important. Context in this one here is very much like someone doing something. Confirmation on things coming into light. Word hitting the street. The news is something's hitting the street. I really am getting like the telephone game in a sense of where someone starts a rumor and then that rumor changes and the rumor changes and it goes from here to here and here to here. Someone may have called literally everyone in their Rolodex. And now the word on the street is starting to slowly but surely. Queen of Swords again. Someone here could be a Libra or have some sort of strong Libra energy, really getting something about someone who thinks they know best. Someone here thought they knew what was best to do in a situation that had nothing to do with them. Again, something about wanting. This is very, very karmic. I mean, as much as I hate to throw that around too much, because again, there's more to it than just saying karma's going to hit you in the face, and it's not. It's more than that. It can be very much a cycle and a lesson. And in this particular case, yes, sometimes things come back exact, especially if someone doesn't get the picture, they don't get the message, they aren't learning the deeper meaning behind the situation at hand. And I keep getting something about an attack. Someone here's karmic issue is like because they chose to attack someone here, whether this is physically, verbally, or even something online. This is part of why someone's going to very much, in this case, they're going to need to feel it exactly because they were refusing to see the truth of the matter. They were refusing to see all sides in a situation. And someone here stirred up quite a bit of illusion. And whatever this particular reading that keeps coming through or this kind of energy that keeps coming out, there were a lot of players involved. A lot of different, just as I say, that Three of Cups energy. And some of these individuals, again, this is also something that's come through. Some of these individuals do not want to participate anymore. People are finding out that like the ringleader, there's a ringleader behind all of this. This energy keeps coming through. Was telling multiple lies. And this person has an energy of, oh, it's innocent. Oh, it's just I may have changed it. I may have tweaked it just a little bit. But the problem is with the little tweaks here and there is that something is adding up. It's more like a volume issue at this point. The volume of the little tweaks that were placed in to some sort of matter. Man. Also, I'm getting underhand. Something was underhanded. Someone keeps using, like, oh, well, let's just move on. Let's just change the subject to try and bypass. Yeah, this person's starting to feel, it could be that some of the individuals who are catching wind of the truth of a situation, the truth about what was being done here, about something going on. There could even be individuals who don't want to participate anymore, might be kind of whispering amongst themselves, like, should we do something? Should we say something? Should we come together and like right some sort of wrong? Also feel like the ringleader or the individual here who was placing all these little tweaks of information, little lies here and there, believed that they were so on point. They were so on point about what they needed to say or do towards this divine feminine. Even though if you look at it here, this cat's almost like, don't listen. A lot of times when the ravens appear in some of these, and raven doesn't always have to symbolize something like that, but a lot of times it does represent kind of listening to the darker aspect, in the sense of, especially coming out on top of the Seven of Cups, in the sense of, like, if you have an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other shoulder, this is very much like someone here saying, well, I'm always on point and I'm always on the mark. I always hit it right in the middle. I know what I'm talking about. But yet they really knew so little of the information. They really did not know what they were talking about, that they filled in. They may have been true about this one little tidbit of information, and everything else was like fluff. Fluff keeps coming up. Someone here kept fluffing some sort of information, some sort of conversation. God dang. I am. Whoever you are, you're tired of this. Divine Collective is tired of this energy. Oh, interesting. This person's perspective here is, what does Divine Collective know? This, remember what is coming out, that this person feels like they're always on the mark and they always know what's best and they're always right, something like that. This person's inner perspective was something along the lines of, what does Divine Collective know? Not in like, oh, I'm curious, what do you know? This person is in a kind of a smart aleck sense. What do they know? You know, that's how it's going through. Ooh, confirmation. What did I say about, in this case here? And this person may have received fair warning from Spirit here that they were going in the wrong direction, especially the more they kind of fibbed information here and put a little fluff over there, and maybe tweaked it a little here, maybe changed a conversation over there, that every time they did that, something was going to have to start coming back on them in a very specific and precise manner, to the extent of possibly whatever divine collective. Look, even this person here in this bed is like munching on snacks. They're not talking on the phone, but it looks like they're talking on the phone. There's something about this person like laying in bed talking on the phone, or laying up somewhere and on the phone all the time. And something here is very much deliberate. This person may, something again with this Rolodex energy, this person may have been just like, just picking oh, that one. Oh, I should call and tell this someone. Something here was deliberate. Someone was calling people they don't even talk to just to try and get something done, to do something, to a divine feminine. God dang. I have picked up, if I didn't say it already, I've picked up hate crime more than once today. Something here could have been a hate crime. That energy is coming up quite a bit. So again, someone here may have been attacked because of how you look, because of what you're struggling with, because of what your spirituality is, because of what color your skin is, because you say tomato and the other guy says tomato, because you grew up over here and that person grew up somewhere else. And so I don't understand your perspective, and I don't understand why you do things the way I do, or why you do things the way you do. So I know best, and something here was a direct attack on something superficial when it comes to divine collective. Someone here has a Chinese zodiac. This individual keeps coming out as well. Someone here has a Chinese zodiac sign of the goat or the sheep. You may have been divinely guided to stay at peace while under some sort of attack. Confirmation. So you're going to be rewarded for your patience. That keeps coming up. Someone here in Divine Collective, you're being rewarded not only for your patience, but it also expresses how much you are willing to listen to divine guidance, especially in times of turmoil. If you had done something a certain way, if you had done something a specific or certain way, it could have, something might have hit you differently or affected you differently, or an outcome might have been differently. Or, and again, back to this energy about like somebody having some sort of it's either an airplane ticket. I'm really getting like an airplane ticket. Something about an airplane ticket. I still don't totally know why this is coming out, but apparently it's connected to this reading, this energy. Confirmation. Somebody may have even convinced someone on their little team or their crew through their fluff. Somebody did something too. Either they were saying you deserve the attack because you have a vivid imagination, or somebody allowed some sort of idea about divine collective, divine feminine specifically is coming through, to run away with them. For instance, they may have just heard this thing, saw this thing, or whatever, and put one piece with the other piece, and they're two puzzle pieces that don't fit together. And this person, like, it's coming through like they have a vivid some sort of wild imagination, that this person's imagination ran away with themselves. That's funny, because something that came through fairly recently was, this came through in a reading a while back about like taking a rumor to the law or to the police. give me a give me a break. Please give me a break. Somebody may have this coming through. Somebody may have taken something so far, and they convinced someone on their team here to, like, I don't know why, like, travel. There's travel is related to this in some way. Someone here may have traveled to try and do something, to try and plant some sort of seed. And when it came to what they were attempting to do, which in the beginning the reading came out and said something about causing divine feminine to lose their independence. This is, again, all this like fluff, gossipy energy rolling through my Rolodex, calling anyone who will listen. This person felt angry. Someone here in this situation felt angry that you seem to be getting some sort of wish fulfillment. What? This clearly is divine collective's energy here. This could even have to do with a relationship. Someone could have started all this because you're getting some sort of new relationship. Or maybe you just look like you're loved and admired in the spirit by your ancestors, by your angels. Somebody here is hiding in the background, that they are seething. This isn't even just wrath. This person here is seething. I'm even getting rage. Confirmation, you're a divine being. You may say your prayers when you wake up in the morning, say your prayers at night. Give your respect where respect is due. And I am not saying that if you do not, confirmation, that is confirmation. Someone here is admired in the spirit, and it is showing. It shows up in your life. And this is making someone so mad that they called everyone in their Rolodex to attack you. And it is specifically coming through as an attack, and for some of you, a hate crime. Yeah, there's like mad here. You may even be someone who seems very innocent, like your energy is very innocent. Or this is a past life situation for some of you. Some of you in this group knew who you were, knows who you are. Someone was mad about a connection that you had. This could even be mad. Someone who was mad that like you got the guy they wanted. Something like that here. Confirmation relationship with God. And this situation has gone on into divine judgment because of that. Because you are being recognized as someone who truly is connected to the divine and is protected, watched over. Interesting, twin flame coming out in reverse. So someone here could maybe not be your twin flame, or someone here was trying to block a twin flame from a twin flame union from happening. For some of you, someone could have even thought that someone was your twin flame, and because of that, they try to block you so you wouldn't have the relationship. There's some extra reasons why someone here is really in a pickle. They're in the pickle. In the pickle they're in. Interesting. Danger. Do not enter. Someone was definitely trying to block some sort of connection or block you from having a connection. Fascinating. Someone might be thinking that about you. That keeps coming up a lot. In some of these readings, it's like something's very interesting and something's very fascinating. There's also hidden greed involved. Temperance is out here twice. And in this case, I'm really getting like the patience, you being rewarded for your patience. Timing was everything in this. Timing was everything in this situation. As well as healing, of course. Water sign. Interesting. Interesting. Money theft is out here. So hidden greed, something being, or someone or something being very imbalanced, or even someone attacking you because they say that you or believe that you were imbalanced. But there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on in this energy. Let's get some final messages. This is wild, whatever this is. Also, that's funny because goat's out here. Also heard scapegoat. Something about making someone a scapegoat. Someone here might have been trying to make you, someone here tried to make you a scapegoat in a situation. Or maybe if something didn't work out, something just didn't work out and they were going, this person may have been trying to, someone who was trying to make whoever this is in Divine Collective, make you be the scapegoat, make it look like something was your fault. But really there's like hidden greed, hidden money theft behind something here. Oh, that's interesting. So something might not have started out that way, but something now is possibly being looked at like a potential, like someone here who may be looking into this, they may be looking at this as some sort of potential hate crime. Because of the level of attack. The level of attack. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow. Why do I get to that Divine Collective was being kind of hiding something about this energy, about who and what you are, who and what you're capable of. Divine God hid Divine Collective in plain sight when it comes to this situation on purpose. Because it's not really just like on purpose. It's connected to, again, past life energy came out. It's connected to that past life energy. And really it's coming through in a sense of like a God put you in a position because in this particular group because of the outcome. It's like God, of course God is all knowing. God's 20 steps ahead of everybody. There's something about knowing that this particular group would respond to you and respond to this situation and respond to whatever's going on here in the way and in the manner that they did. Someone here is a Virgo. Someone here may have the sign of Virgo, as well as water sign is out here as well. So you could have Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I keep getting, this is like Taurus in reverse. Somebody wanted, again, back to the very beginning, this all had something to do with wanting to take something, and someone here literally wanted to take your place. This is really strongly, and the energy of it is wow. Let's get some final messages here for Divine Collective. Actually, I want to see something. Something coming out more about this. What do we need to know about this here? It's because I don't know why normally I don't look into that too much, but it's the something about the energy in this particular whatever's coming through in this, whatever's going on in this situation is very intense, very a lot of hatred coming off of a lot of different people, and also a lot of this is giving me very much tower moments. Part of this karma coming in is one or multiple individuals in this situation are experiencing constant tower moments in their life, one thing after another, because this was intended for you. Part of what's going on is, again, something about Divine Collective will be receiving some sort of upgrades and blessings at a specific time. You're going to be receiving certain things exactly, almost at an exact moment as people are going to be receiving the opposite. They're very much going to be receiving their karma for this attack. Someone here is going to spend a lot of time in confusion. Someone here may even have a lot of blocks. They're going to find themselves at a crossroad very often, not knowing which way to turn, maybe not having anyone to work with them or open their doors up to them. Something going on about someone's job. There's something about downgrade. Someone's going to be receiving a downgrade in their job again because they wanted to do something here or have the same thing happen to Divine Collective. It's this energy here of this person knocking something down for you with the Hermit in reverse and trying to hide it. That's another thing that's coming through. Something's going to be made very public in this situation because of what occurred in this situation and how it occurred in this situation. Everything that someone here tried to hide their hand after doing is going to be made very well known anyway. So that's something going on. Final messages, please, for Divine Collective. I don't say this very often, and again, a lot of these things, they come out as the energy and whatever message Divine Collective needs to hear. Even the karmics, at the end of the day, depending on where you are in your journey, what you're being called to do, how important it is for you to maybe honor your connection with God, however far you're meant to ascend, forgiveness becomes very important, even of your enemies here. So even when it comes to people experiencing their karmic lessons, everything is going to happen exactly the way it needs to happen for both parties involved. And unfortunately, it's going to be very hard on these individuals specifically, that something that they really didn't want you to have, you're going to get like even amplified. And in a sense, I don't say this very often, but it's kind of coming through, like for someone here, this was made very clear. Divine being, it's going to be well known that God is protecting you.